want to pivot into my average glow tip of the week, and then I will round it out back about this topic because they're kind of in line with each other. So first, what my average glow tip of the week is it is a tip or suggestion that is low budget, cost friendly, or sometimes free. Today it's free, and it is just a tip you can implement into your life 1 week at a time. And then over time, once you've established these habits and developed this into your lifestyle, you can create a very large impact. So today's tip of the week, I am going to suggest that if you are not currently in a relationship, I want us to make a list in our phone of red and green flags that we are looking for in a partner. I made my list very shortly after my divorce because I did not want to forget a single detail of what went wrong in that relationship. I wanted to keep everything right fresh at the top of my memory so that I could write it down, and I have still referenced it now. Years later, I look at it without remembering what I wrote, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a red flag I need to make sure I pay attention to. But also, that's a green flag in what I'm looking for in my next relationship. And what I think is really important in doing this, and the reason that I'm bringing this up today, is I want you to maybe make some notes of things you've learned today that I want, obviously, for you to write down as red flags, right? Nothing I said today is a good quality trait in a man or a woman. You want to pay attention to kind of the things that I was saying. And I want you to write down maybe the ones that stuck out the most for you. If you found like you've been in relationships or friendships or, in acquaintance with people that have those different characteristics, and you're like, this is kind of a pattern for me. Like, for instance, I love affection and I'm seeking connection and a relationship because I just don't want to be single anymore. You're maybe going to give in a little bit to that love bombing. So I want you to write down, like, what's the definition of love bombing? What are you kind of looking for to try to avoid? And I want you to really write down as many things as you can think of for red flags. And then I want you to create those real boundaries in your life for those red flags. I want those to be a very hard stop. Red flag is kind of like a thrown around term where people are like, oh, yeah, red flag, and they kind of laugh it off. I want you to take this very seriously. So my point is, I want you to create a list of red flags and also green flags, because that's what's going to be important too, as I have a very long, extensive list of what I would like in a partner. And part of that is manifesting, like I always talk about. You're putting into the universe, this is what I want in my dream partner. I want them to possess all of these qualities. And if you believe it in your heart, you believe in manifestation, you have a spiritual calling, it will come for you. That person will be created for you. They're already out there. It's not to say they're going to be created because you made the list. They're already out there and they're going to be magnetically drawn to you. So I just highly suggest, and a good balance of both, a nice little list of red flags and green flags. So anyway, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'm going to have another amazing episode for you next week, so make sure to tune in. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you next time.